Stephan Hawkes here with Guitar Tabs Daily at my very own Hawkes studio. Today I'm going to be doing a review of the Balaguer Espada Limited series. This is a sweet guitar with two Hyper Nova Humbuckers and that also coil tap. This comes in a charcoal metallic gray finish. Has a beefy classic C-shaped neck on it, which is apparently a little bit bigger than their average comfy C neck. But you get used to it and it plays really nice. So yeah, I'm just going to show off what this thing can do. Today I'm going to be playing through my Hawkes ToneX AC30. It's IK Multimedia makes ToneX, and I'm going to have another one loaded up later with my modded JCM 800 that I also made for IK's ToneX platform. So I'm going to start out here with the clean tone. This is the bridge position, tone all the way up. Everything all the way up into a clean AC30 profile. So immediately what I noticed about this guitar is that it's got a full-bodied clean. It's very harmonic in a really nice way. So you don't have to dig super deep in order to get sound out of it. The sound just kind of comes out of it. It's not loose, but it's definitely got a higher output. So, you know, in this situation, that's a really, really nice clean sound, but it's a high output humbucker clean, which, you know, has its strengths. And because you've got a coil tap, you can get thinner, nice, more single coil-like cleans out of it. So that's a pretty drastic difference, which just gives you a lot of variety in the tone. And I don't find those differences to be as exaggerated when you play through distortion. So that's actually really nice because you can just get a slightly grindier clean without disrupting your distorted sound. But if you're trying to get multiple kind of clean sounds with it, you really do get 6 whole positions. So if I switch to the middle on the regular humbucker position, it kind of does exactly what you would hope that it would do. It's just got a really, you know, just gives it a little bit more of a high and low as opposed to the bridge, which is more high output and mid-rangey. The middle. And then if I coil tap that, you guessed it. I get that the coil tap maybe sounds a little extreme on the clean settings, but again, I actually really like that, and it doesn't really sound very extreme once you kind of overdrive and push it. So we'll go to the neck position, humbucker. Definitely gets a little darker, a little thicker. I mean, that's what the neck pickup's all about. Coil tap that, this is a really nice sound. So yeah, so that's, you know, the clean sound. Again, a lot of range. You basically get 6 distinct positions. I do find that all of them operate as I expect. So when I'm playing the bridge, it sounds like a bridge pickup. Middle sounds like a middle. Neck sounds like a neck. So the fact that they're really diverse sounds great. Now I'm going to go to my modded JCM 800 profile. And we're going to get to hear how this all translates to some really rockin' Marshall tones. So here is the bridge humbucker. So yeah, you can just see, you know, it's really fun to play. The sound just kind of flies out of it. It's higher output, so you don't have to, you know, dig deep. It's very forgiving. It's a lot of fun. This thing's just a lot of fun to riff on. I find it to be in a similar output range to some of my like hotter Les Pauls that have like 498Ts. And that's what I like to play live. So, I mean, this is definitely a guitar that would be fun to play live. It's always fun to play. And then if you go for the coil tap, you'll hear it's not as extreme as a difference as it was on the clean. That's the kind of difference that I would actually find useful at like a show. Like if I started out a song with like a grindy single coil sound, like that works. If you just start like this. You know, that's what it's supposed to do. So that's what I was saying is like the coil tapping is like really diverse in this and kind of does what you need it to do. Go down to the middle position with the humbucker. You hear that kind of cocked wah thing that it does, that scoop that it was doing on the cleans. It works really well with the overdrive too. Single coil version of the middle pickup. Yeah, it's just a lot of fun. And then of course the low pickup, humbucker, you know, you're gonna get that big fat bluesier sound. Just very like fat and thick. And then if you coil tap it. Again, a lot of fun. All the positions are really useful on it. I enjoy playing it in every single position. It's a very, very playable guitar. It feels extremely well made. You know, it's got locking tuners, 22 frets, super flat action. I mean, this thing came out of the box. Like I took this out of the box. Comes with a really nice soft case, and I took it out of the box, and it just felt great. Like I'm just looking at this. It's completely flat and straight all the way up, and yeah, I mean, I don't know. I love the inlays in it personally. I'm a Les Paul guy. I always kind of wanted to have like a Strat or something that had like block inlays in it, just because or trapezoids in it, because I think it's really cool. You know, bridge feels great. Everything's super comfortable. Finish looks great. And that's the other thing about this guitar is just like the shape. You know, this just looks like a cool guitar. Like it's got, you know, it's just blending a couple kind of classic styles to be something that's actually like very modern. And it sounds modern. You know, the high output humbuckers in it just have almost like a futuristic sound to them in a way. And I really like it. I think they've really knocked it out of the park on this thing. I really have no complaints whatsoever. Again, the neck on this particular model is like, when you pick it up for the first time, you go, oh, you like don't expect the full C-shaped neck on it. But it hasn't, I actually just enjoy it. You don't think about it once you play the guitar for like 2 or 3 seconds. It's extremely playable. Access is obviously great because of the cutaway here. You know, the guitar just sounds really good on any setting you put it on. I think they've done a really, really nice job, and I'm interested in checking out some other Balagers because this is actually my first experience with them. This guitar is extremely well made, extremely fun to play, lots of diversity and options, super well executed. This guitar is definitely a winner. You should check one out.